What's up, guys? I'm Chris. Welcome to VHP Engines. Real quick video, or at least I think this is going to be really quick. This is kind of like a follow-up to... Actually, it's not a follow-up to anything. It's a kind of made in a response to somebody who may have been confused or under the wrong impressions about something. I made a couple weeks back, I think maybe even a month or so back now at this point, a video about the H-22s, and I was looking about ways to get around the FRM sleeves. And one of my ways for that was Nippon Racing. Now, in the video, it says Nippon Racing, and then in quotations it says NPR. Now, the reason why I put the NPR is because NPR is something that's a little bit more recognizable for some people, because if you're scrolling on eBay and you're looking for parts, you see NPR, NPR rings. And actually what NPR stands for is Nippon piston rings. All right. Now, Nippon is an OE manufacturer. They make OEM replacements. They make OEM replacement parts. If you go out there and you look for OEM, or if you're looking for, like, if you type in like B18 pistons, Type R pistons, you'll pop up with a Nippon will be in there, and you'll get like a Nippon piston. That is an OE replacement. That is not a performance piston. When you're talking about performance, you're looking for Nippon Racing. Now, maybe the person who commented on here didn't understand that, or whatever. I'm pretty sure I was pretty clear in the video. I haven't rewatched it, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty clear in there that, you know, you get the ones with the floating wrist pins. Those, because, you know, the FRM sleeves and cylinder walls aren't affected by your fucking rod, so you can put whatever rod you want in there. What it is the friction of the piston skirts on the FRM materials of the sleeves. And if you use the Nippon Racing, it's a cast piston that has the strengths with the durability of a forged piston. Now, it doesn't have as much durability as a forged piston. I wouldn't recommend you get a Nippon Racing piston and take it like to 600 horsepower. That's most likely not gonna happen. But I, for a fact, have personally built multiple engines with Nippon Racing pistons and seen high 400s out of them. I know people also, other than myself, who've used Nippon Racing pistons and achieved right around the 500 horsepower benchmark, and it lasts forever. So this is just for, I guess, anybody new that hasn't watched all of my videos over the past year or so. And I've mentioned Nippon Racing a bunch of times. I even have a parts video where I talk about that. But I never really specifically made the difference between Nippon Racing and just regular Nippon pistons that are OE replacements. So just in case there are anybody on here that's confused about this topic, there are two different groups. Now, if you look at Nippon Racing, which is also something I've mentioned before in the videos, and you look at their shit, they will say that it's rated to like 270 horsepower or something like that. They don't rate their shit too high. Why? For warranty purposes, just in case something their shit fucks up, they can be like, well, you know, we only rated to this much power. I know this for a fact because I've talked to some of the guys, and like they have K28-2 pistons that are also floating. Well, of course they're floating anyway, but they have Nippon Racing versions for the K28-2 pistons, and they're like not for the K28-3, like specifically says not for the K28-3. So I messaged him, talked to him, I was like, why, what's up, why would you say this isn't for the K28-3? Like, what is different about this? And I thought maybe it was something different in their specific design that made it incompatible. You know, I'm not 100% sure why they said not to. I'm curious. So I asked him, he's like, well, you know, we're not 100% sure, we haven't tested them. And the guy even told me, he's like, if you fucking buy these pistons, put them in a K28-3, and you have no problems, then we'll give you money. That's the first time ever I've been kind of considered for somebody to sponsor me, but I know that's never going to happen anytime soon. And I was already pretty sure at the time that A2 pistons fit in there. I was just curious as to why their reasoning was behind it. And it is just so simply because of the fact they don't have R&D, and they don't know because they've never tested themselves, and they don't want to believe the internet. That's cool. I understand that. I respect and appreciate that. So that, you know, leads me to talk about something like this. Maybe the guy who was ranting on my video talking about I was giving out false information didn't understand the difference between Nippon Racing and regular Nippon OE replacement pistons. There is a difference, guys. I wouldn't tell you to go out there and get an OE piston replacement and use that like it's a Nippon Racing. It's not. They're two different kind of fucking pistons. Are made differently. All right. And that's it. Well, that's not it. I will follow up this. The guy left a big old, like, a ranting fucking comment, and I kind of skimmed it, and then I was gonna delete it. Or at first I skimmed it, and then I was gonna, you know, reply, but then I looked at it again, and I realized, I was like, nope, you're wrong there. Nope, you're wrong there. Nope, you're wrong there. You may have a point here, but everything else is wrong. So delete. if you're one of these guys on here, or somebody's potentially throwing on some comments like that, the reason why I'm deleting those comments is not because I want to hide or suppress the truth that I'm trying to hide here. I don't want to be seen to be wrong. That's fine. I've said multiple times that if you want to have a debate on something, that usually I'm down. But like, that's to a certain extent. Now, if you're debating me on something that I'm not 100% sure about, I'm willing to listen to you. But if I'm 100% sure on it, I'm not going to waste my time. Especially if you're addressing stuff that I gave detailed information for in the video. I'm not going to rehash what I just said to try and make my argument again if you didn't already listen to me. And the big reason why I deleted, not because I don't like the hateful comments on there. If you call me a fucking faggot or some shit, I'll most likely keep that on there over you putting out I'm wrong because of this, and then you're fucking giving out false information. The reason why is because I have most of my subscriber base, the majority of my subscriber base, are people who don't really know the facts and details that are here in an attempt to learn. And I am not here in any attempt to try and misrepresent or steer anybody in the wrong direction. If I don't have the direct experience on something I'm talking about, I talk to people who do, that are very knowledgeable. Being a mechanic, I have a lot of people in the field that I know that have more experience than I do, that I can always back check with just in case I feel a little shaky. So if you are one of those people who are putting on, video or putting comments on here that's going to potentially mislead some of my subscribers who don't know any better, I'm going to delete that. I'm not going to have fake news on my fucking on my comment section, because I have seen people fall for that before. I've seen new subscribers or somebody new to the channel come in, ask a question that I didn't answer fast enough, and then somebody fucking said something that wasn't true, and then the guy was all for it. So that's why, just in case, if you manage to see one of the comments that I delete, which is, I think, rare, because there's not very many people who comment on my shit anyway. Every once in a while, like, there's a very popular topic I'll do, and I'll get like 20, 30, maybe even 50 comments, but you rarely even a fraction of that. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to clear the air on those two simple things. Most of you guys probably already know this, especially you guys that have been here long term, or you guys that just that know shit about cars and just happen to be here for whatever. So, but now for a fact, everybody knows that seeing this, that there are differences. They're not all the same, and they're not all OE replacements. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want to hit me up, social media information is in the description below. And thanks for watching. Peace.